Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And once again, this is the one-day chart. We're sitting here at $2.18. There's not a lot of movement on XRP right now. And if you zoom out to the 7-day, you could see how we're now going sideways on the price of XRP. And that looks very bullish. I'm just waiting for the next leg up. Look at Bitcoin back above 107K. I'm hoping Bitcoin continues to move upward because it will continue to pull the rest of the market up with it. And look at the DXY. Everybody's watching this right now because when the DXY falls, crypto rises. We've seen it in every previous bull run. And this has been going on for 6 months now. I mean, you could see the downward trend on the DXY. So hopefully things start to gain a lot of momentum going forward. This comes from CoinDex, and they're saying the same thing. XRP is mirroring a bullish pattern last seen in Bitcoin before it surged to 100K. Price action has held firm between $2 and $2.60, defying downward momentum, with the technical signal flashing signs of stabilization. Some traders believe this could mark the start of a major upside move. Like I said, with all that consolidation, eventually we are going to blast off. But you know, this is the boring time. This is what frustrates people when you get that sideways movement on XRP. A lot of us went through years of sideways movement on XRP. So right now, I'm still happy about where the price of XRP is today. I want to see us go into alt season above $2. And you could already tell that's going to happen. Supply shock looming as top exchanges like Binance and others see massive $12.4 billion plus drop in XRP reserves. Everybody's talking about this right now. So multiple crypto exchanges, including Binance and Upbit, have witnessed a massive drop in their XRP reserves over the past week. This development, revealed by the market analytics platform CryptoQuant, has triggered speculation of a looming supply shock within the XRP community amid the ongoing price consolidation. For context, XRP has maintained a range around $2 since February, but this latest trend suggests confidence might be returning to the market. Like I said, it looks like everything around this cryptocurrency is building for a perfect storm. I'm telling you, this run is going to be absolutely incredible. We have so many catalysts, and now XRP is disappearing off the exchanges as well. And some are speculating this is why. XRP ETF backed by VanEck soon. Sudden exchange outflows signal that this could be what's happening. I don't know if it has anything to do with a VanEck XRP ETF or not. All I know is this. We see companies now creating treasuries for XRP. We're probably not even seeing all of the companies that are doing this yet, because I'm sure a lot of those announcements just aren't happening. In other words, they have NDAs. But I'm sure a lot of these institutions are buying XRP right now, getting ahead of the curve, getting ahead of the massive run that's about to happen. Expert says within 6 months, XRP will prove it was cheap under $2. It's cheap where it's sitting right now. But it's true. Over the next 6 months, people are going to get life-changing money no matter how much XRP they're holding. You know, I just said in a video yesterday, there's a very good chance that 1,000 XRP by the end of this year could be worth $50,000 because I'm thinking the price is going to go to $50 plus for XRP. I mean, you take all the catalysts plus an already incredible looking alt season brewing because we're still following the 2017-2018 run, and $50 is very, very obtainable. People are still speculating we go higher. There's a lot of people saying $100 plus this time around. Expert warns against XRP buy back lower strategy. Says buying XRP at $2 is like buying Bitcoin below $100. And what he's talking about is this: people trying to sell at a specific price point. In other words, like say you sell now, anticipating the price going lower, so you could buy back in at a lower price point. Most of the time, that does not work out. I still see people trying to do that all the time. And sometimes you see the success stories where people said, well, I sold XRP at $2.20 and I bought back in at $2.02. And hey, some people pull it off. A lot of other people end up thinking it's going to continue to go lower, then the price reverses, and then they're buying back in higher anyway. But what I'm more focused on is what happens once alt season ends, because everybody's still calling for that major crash on XRP. And I really don't think it's going to happen this time around. You know, the ETFs are going to be very new because they're going to go live either during alt season or right before alt season begins. Plus the case ending with price recovery happening at the same time. Crypto regulations this year. ISO as well. I think anybody thinking that the price is going to go all the way up to $20 plus and then crash all the way back down under $2, I think they're absolutely delusional. Now, I do believe there will be corrections. There's going to be corrections even as the price continues to go higher. In other words, say XRP was to break out right now, go to $8. I could tell you right now, most likely it will come back down and touch around $5 and change. Then it will go back up again into 2 digits. And then most likely it will correct again. And every time that correction happens, people will say the top is in. Take profit now. Sell your entire bag now, only to watch it reverse and go higher. And I really don't think that major crash is going to happen this time around. This comes from Alex Cobb, and I actually forgot about this. So never forget, he says, XRP total market cap flipped Bitcoin on January 4th, 2018. They made sure to artificially suppress it. Majority of crypto investors don't even know this is a real event that occurred. CoinMarketCap's decision to exclude Korean prices from the displayed XRP price made the price appear to drop, likely triggering some panic selling. Look closely at the data and don't be misled. So what happened was this: XRP flipped Bitcoin, took the #1 spot, but then they quickly suppressed it, making sure that nobody noticed it. And that's why Bitcoin maxis to this day say that XRP never flipped Bitcoin's market cap. But it absolutely happened. And I forgot about this. This used to be talked about a lot back then. But over time, people tend to forget things. But did you know if XRP had the same market cap as Bitcoin, one XRP would be worth over $35? Now, what do you think is going to happen when XRP really breaks out later this year? Of course, if it's going to $50 plus, XRP's taking the #1 spot. Now, if it happened back then, all the belief in Bitcoin would have died back then. This time around, the belief will die in Bitcoin once it's no longer the #1 cryptocurrency. And I honestly think once XRP flips Bitcoin's market cap, the flow of money that comes into this cryptocurrency can easily push it to 3 digits plus, because everybody right away is going to shift their money away from Bitcoin. It will happen so quick because right now it's all about narrative and belief. Bitcoin will always be the #1 cryptocurrency. Bitcoin is up only from here. That's what they want you to believe. But once something replaces it, that's it. The belief is gone. And this is very big. U.S. Federal Housing Finance Agency issues order to count Bitcoin and crypto as an asset for a mortgage. Now, nowhere in this letter does it say Bitcoin. It says cryptocurrencies. And then you see, whereas Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, the enterprise, maintain a pivotal role in the U.S. housing finance system by providing stability and liquidity to the secondary market for residential mortgages through prudent standards to help ensure sustainable long-term home ownership. Whereas cryptocurrency is an emerging asset class that may offer opportunity to build wealth outside of the stock and bond markets. Whereas cryptocurrency has not typically been considered in the mortgage risk assessment process for mortgage loans delivered to the enterprises without converting the cryptocurrency to US dollars prior to loan closing. Whereas U.S. Federal Housing, FHFA, has now determined that the consideration of additional borrowing assets in the enterprise's single-family mortgage loan risk assessments may enable the enterprises to access the full spectrum of asset information available for reserves and to facilitate sustainable home ownership to credit-worthy borrowers. So what they're saying is you no longer have to convert the cryptocurrency to US dollars prior to loan closing as well. There's no longer going to be a need for you to sell your crypto. That's what it's coming down to. Because now you could just borrow against your crypto. You could put it up as collateral to buy a house. You could buy a house and then rent the house out, take the rent you're collecting and pay off the house. Pay off the mortgage that way. You could also borrow against your crypto, put your crypto up for passive income, and pay back the mortgage that way. What's going on here is this. They're opening up even more options for cryptocurrency holders, for retail investors. And this shows you crypto isn't going anywhere. Now it's just becoming solidified. It's getting put into every aspect of the government as well. Breaking, 3iQ CEO drops a bombshell. No retail investor could ever buy XRP at the price we're getting it globally. Take a listen to this.
So we, at the end of the day, when people buy our ETF, we take the cash, and then we call all of our liquidity providers globally, and we negotiate as little as possible to, in terms of the cost to do the transaction. No retail advisor could, investor could ever buy XRP at the price that we're getting it globally. And we buy it and then we put it in cold storage. And what it does is we are some of the best in the world at tracking the price of XRP while holding the spot asset. So when you buy our ETF, you're getting really tight tracking of the price, and you're owning the actual underlying asset.
Okay, so where is he buying his XRP? And they're getting it at the price. No retail investor could buy it at the price they're getting it at. So are they buying directly from Ripple? Nobody really knows because he doesn't disclose where that XRP is coming from. But what I like about this is this. He's putting it in cold storage, meaning more XRP is getting locked away. You see what's going on here now. You have companies creating treasuries. You have institutional buyers buying it up for its actual use case. Then you have these ETFs that are also going to be locking away a lot of XRP. So the circulating supply of XRP is going to start to disappear. Then you look at retail. Like I just said, you don't have to sell your crypto when you could borrow against it. You could get passive income from it. So people are going to be continuing to lock away their XRP as well. There will be scarcity for XRP, and the demand for XRP is only rising, and it's going to continue to rise as well. This is still early. Wait until we get that massive institutional flood into this space. We are going to see a wave of liquidity enter this space like never before. But that's why I tell you, when you're looking at XRP sitting at $2.19, it's very undervalued. It's very cheap right now compared to where it's going. I still think we're going to come in above $50 in this run. Everything that's playing out is all condensed into a very small time frame. In other words, the SEC versus Ripple case, that could end right now. There's no time frame for that. That could end while I'm sitting here talking. But then you look past that. You got crypto regulations. The president wants them done by August. You have Fedwire in July. You have ISO in November. We're also waiting on the SEC to approve spot ETFs in the United States. And all of this is happening around the same time frame in a year that we also will experience a major alt season. I don't know how else to tell you, but you are about to make life-changing money in 2025. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.